Hello. I don't really know how to begin this, but I guess I'm gonna start with behind the scenes, more like director's commentary, because I don't really have like extra stuff to show you besides the whole recording, I guess. But yeah, I thought I'd just make a nice video about how the production and everything works, and the stuff that went behind, and also to show off my our time lapse that I did for the thumbnails, because I genuinely worked way too hard on these, and also probably like genuinely broke my entire physical body. But yeah, I thought I'd just make a nice video that'll encapsulate everything about this whole series. So I guess I'd like to begin with like the how we started, I guess. I mean, there's not really much to it. We're just like, hey, what if we just all voice act Deltarune? And the bad part was that we have never voice acted once in our lives, except for, well, Adrian, who actually has voice acted before. I don't know what for, I probably need to ask her, but yeah, none of us have. And I know, I guess second place would be like me, but like, I've only voice acted for my videos, so yeah. So it was really funny to think, hey, what if we take very inexperienced people and make them voice an entire half a game, or yeah. So yeah, that was basically fun. There's nothing else really to it, I guess. I guess we assign people by their availability and how the voice sound. Like, I will say that I definitely did join the project pretty late. That's why I only have a total of 2 roles, and one of them was assigned on the day. Literally, we got stuck on who need to voice Toriel, and I decided to voice her because no one else was gonna, apparently. So yeah, that's how I now voice 2 MILFs, and now voice every single MILF in the entirety of this whole series. Yeah, this whole project was actually a mistake, not thinking about it. But no, yeah, it was actually really fun, despite that, you know. So yeah, I did join the project pretty late, but I did assign myself to be one of the editors, because I think if either one of us, me or Ben, decided to just edit the whole thing, I think this whole project would have taken like a year or so. Yeah, it was honestly such a big toll for Ben to actually do this on his own, because dang, even with simple editing, this would have taken a much longer time. I think I need to just be there to help out. But yeah, that's pretty much how most of the production go, and then we just decide a day to do it, and we do it all one go, pretty much. And yeah, if you didn't get it from chapter 4, Justin didn't know anything about chapter 4 pretty much. And to be honest, even during chapters 1 and 2, I didn't know what happened in chapter 4, because I didn't get up to that part. I only saw chapters 1, 2, and 3, but then before chapter 4, I decided to go see a playthrough. And yeah, and then editing wise, for me on my side, I'd say I've had approximately 2-ish years worth of editing experience, so I'd say editing was relatively easy for me. Ben has never ever edited a project this big. Hell, I mean, even with my experience, I have never edited something over an hour long. The longest thing before this was my Smash Bros compilation, like ranking every fighter, and even then, that's just taking 2 videos and just smashing them together, and then a small re-edited conclusion. But that was my longest thing I worked on until this project, where I had to basically edit 2 nearly 4-hour-long projects in a span of 3 months, which is insane. But I did mostly enjoy it. I didn't particularly enjoy editing chapter 2, which is weird, because I'd say that one's definitely the more funnier one, and the one I should have had more fun with. But the problem is a lot of things. First of all, I edit on my Mac, which is far more faster than my PC, which I literally only use to play games that cannot be played on Mac, because that means I would only play indie games, which granted, that is probably like half the games I play, but ignoring that, editing on my PC is so fucking slow, and I hate it. So But I tried to do that because just to save storage and so I can export a video without exploding my laptop. But then it went just so slow because I bet you I spent like a month. Granted, I was working on the thumbnails, to be fair, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But it took me about a month to edit maybe an hour, which is really bad because the thing's 4 hours long and I didn't even do an intro. I barely did anything. I was just cutting it down pretty much and some editing. So I really was like, okay, this thing's going to take a long ass time because we did have a due date for this. Obviously we couldn't push it if we didn't make it, but I obviously try to aim to go to the date. So I just tried my best to transfer everything from my PC to my Mac. That took an entire day on its own pretty much, I'm just saying. But then somehow in like another month, it took me, I practically finished the whole thing, this is why I love editing on my Mac, because there's just so many features that just makes the editing process so much faster. So yeah, I did the whole thing. The whole Toriel's house scene, I edited the whole thing in a day. I don't get how I did that, but I just edited the whole thing in a day. And then when it came to chapter 4, because despite only editing like I'd say 10ish minutes, like probably immediately after during the whole VA thing and the whole with everyone, I edited like about like 10 minutes of content, but like that's really it. And then I went back and I edited the whole thing. That thing's longer than chapter 2, and yet it was like I edited the whole thing in a month. Now granted, I did have a lot of time, like because I didn't have school or homework or whatever, but still, I edited the whole thing in a month, which, oh my god, I am so impressed how I was able to edit 4 hours in a month. But yeah, that's pretty much how the process went. But dang, did I make a mistake on editing on my PC, because it is so slow. But yeah, and that's partially why I probably didn't have too much fun with chapter 2, honestly, despite being the one where I dose all the meme content into, because just like, yeah, it wasn't that fun to work on PC. And even then, like, I didn't really have any other points where it was too fun to edit, especially how not to get too nerdy and not for everyone to click off, but like Ben didn't decide, and for some reason didn't get like 2-3 audio things to separate the game audio and our own audio in Discord. Sorry, I had to burp. So the game audio and the Discord audio would be together. Good thing I know how to use OBS at that time and had my own audio, so I guess I could edit around that. But even then, like, I mean, granted, I was queen in that chapter actually, so I actually had a lot more than most other chapters. But yeah, no. Yeah, so it was just really hard to edit around the gameplay, especially when gameplay is really loud, or I need everyone to be quiet, or just, it's really hard to edit around that. But chapter 4, we sorted it out, and it was so much better, because I could just like, hey, I'll remove the audio here, or hey, I'll quiet down the gameplay, because yeah, it was just so much easier. So yeah, chapter 4 was definitely much more fun to edit, despite, you know, everything that happened. Although, yeah, editing those parts was really difficult. It's so ironic how we call this series, me and my friends terribly voice act characters, and yet I genuinely think I have gotten, at least me, a better actor, better voice actor, which is so funny, because it's like that the whole point of the series is to be awful despite trying, and yet we're actually getting good. So maybe I need to rename the title. I don't know. And I definitely see improvement in everyone else as well, just saying, especially Ben and Adrian, because Adrian definitely needed to lock in for chapter 4. Editing those scenes was really emotional to do. I basically cried at every time I needed to edit those portions, because it's like, gosh, it's so good. Like comparing chapter 1 to chapter 4, our voice acting is so much better. I'm so impressed. Yeah, so overall, this was a really fun project, and despite being something I've never done before. And I'm really happy to hopefully see what we do for future games. And don't worry, I think we're not gonna just do Undertale. We don't quite know what to do next, but you know, suggest games similar to this, and also don't have voice acting, because please, we do not need us to be compared to professional voice actors. Okay, like we are nowhere near close to any of them. But yeah, I guess some more editing stuff. Okay, we'll get it out of the way. Reveal about this image that I drew up in like an hour, but like this Ralsei Yaoi image, there is a portion with the Berdly part where it's zoomed in on Berdly, and then did I say Berdly? Berdly, zoom in on Berdly, and there's just a portion where Kris and Ralsei are really close together. I thought, hey, what if we just have them aggressively just making out for like 1 or 2 frames? So I went to find an image, and there was one for Susie and Noelle. There was one there, but couldn't find one for Ralsei because I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's been a few out there now, but like when I searched it up, I couldn't find any. So I decided to make on my own, put it here. Then there's another one in the Tenna love scene. You'll go find it yourself, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you where it is. And then there's another one in chapter 4, and I also won't tell you where that is. But there's one in the Berdly part. So yeah, that's my inspiration to make that. Is still memed upon throughout the whole for our whole group, and I'm really proud to have made that. Yay. Anyways, more editing stuff. Okay, Spamton was a pain in the fucking ass to edit, because remember when I mentioned that the audio, the Discord audio and the game audio is connected? Every time there is a part where it glitches out, or I even need to censor, the whole game would just be silent, and it's incredibly awkward for the flow of the video. So for specifically like all the Spamton scenes, I decided to put back in like the song and try to match it up with the gameplay. But the problem is, by the time I decided to put Spamton's glitchy audio effects, I've already edited the whole thing, and I don't want to re-edit it. So that just meant I have to I have to just readjust every single time. Now thankfully for Spamton Neo, I decided to put Big Shot in already, so I didn't need to like put Big Shot and then like readjust it around. But yeah, editing Spamton audio was a pain in the ass, just due to the fact that you guys didn't separate Ben specifically didn't separate the game audio and the Discord audio. I feel like Spamton would have been really fun to edit if it wasn't just for that. Yeah, also just by the sheer fact that by the time I went back to my Premiere Pro thing, it was just breaking. My laptop was just breaking because of the fact that like it was just a massive file. But anyways, I guess besides that, it was fun to edit around Spamton's audio. There's some parts that Ben ad-libbed or that was really funny to me. I'll probably put them right here, but you saw one of them in the video, and I'll show as much as I can here.
All alone on a late night. God, you're pathetic. Silly. Please come back, Spamton. I'm so desperate. Okay. Like and subscribe. Attention customers, clean up on aisle 3. Or attention customers? Why would the customers be cleaning? Okay, the fire-watered heads. Wonder if you could take like the fucking avatar and then like splice those in. I think I'm gonna have a heart attack. These single word ones are very hard to improv something for. Oh yes, I don't know. The power of Neo. Na 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 na. Freedom. Real. I don't know. I don't know enough about Pinocchio. Real boy. Are you still gonna include this Spamton special cum take? Friend inside me. Mama. You wrote down heart-shaped object twice, you dumb.
It was also really fun to like edit Spamton, because it was just like I get to like pitch up or pitch down a lot, and speed up, slow down a lot of the time. And yeah, like yeah, I feel like if I wasn't dying from just readjusting music, I probably would have had a lot more fun, like adding more sound effects and stuff like that. I kind of want to re-edit Spam, but like I have to endure the whole fun matching the music and all that, so probably not actually. But you know, if we ever redo, if I want to just redo that Spamton section, just go and recut it. But yeah, but Spamton section was hell to edit. Just due to the fact of the game audio and Discord audio being in one track. Yeah. Another fun fact, I just wanted to recut the Gerson part, because the Gerson Hammer Justice section was one of the first things I edited, but I kind of messed up the audio at many points, so I had to recut it. And I am so much more proud of that one. Yeah, I'll keep reiterating this. Yeah, it was fun, and I want to keep doing this because it was amazing to edit. And yeah, I also just want to thank you guys for the just pretty decent audience that we got for this, because it was a little more than I expected. Like, literally one of the shorts is now my highest viewed thing ever, 12,000 views. My god, thank you guys, because that is insane to think about. Like 12,000, that is a lot of viewers to just see this stupid little project. And yeah, like 500 views for the chapter 2, that's also insane, because that's now my third highest viewed long form video. And yeah, although granted, can you guys get chapter 4 a little higher, because I like chapter 4 a lot more than chapter 2, but I still thank you guys for the support. And it kind of really helped me, just like people like this idea, like people really enjoy this stupid thing, and yeah, I want to keep doing it. So yeah, thanks for that support, guys. Yeah, I guess I've been postponing a lot because I want at least some structure to this, because it's mostly unscripted. But I guess now it's time to talk about the art, which is probably what I'm going to yap upon like a lot in this video, because I never have an opportunity to talk about this. But yeah, the art, I decided to for myself, because I'm probably the only one who could have actually done this, since I've not only drawn thumbnails, drawn digital art, drawn stuff, basically all that. I decided to put up on myself to make the thumbnail, and it was really fun, and yet also really damaging to every single part of me. And it worked on a somewhat crunch time for me, because I did basically do the whole thing in a month. Draw. Now how I do it, because obviously Undertale Yellow is being worked on right now. I do like a character a day, or like 2 characters a day, or just edit and refine stuff. For this thumbnail, I worked on like 3 to 5 characters a day, and I really shouldn't have done that, because that actually killed me to work on that many characters. Literally, as soon as I got home from school, I basically would draw, and I would draw until night. Yeah, it really shouldn't have done that, but it was really fun. This is sort of, oddly enough, this is probably one of my first fan art, which is honestly kind of weird to think about. I've lived on this planet for 17 years and hyperfixate on hundreds of pieces of media, and yet I've never drawn direct fan art for it, especially digital art, I'd say. But I mean, I have Blender and all that, I've drawn stuff, so I guess that counts. But like, like digital art, like traditionally drawn, it's like, the sort of style I like to do the most. I've never done it, which is weird, but yeah, it was really enjoyable, and it was really fun trying to interpret many characters, like designs, and trying to put in my own spin on things. Although it's funny to say this, but I would already absolutely change like the thumbnails, just redraw basically every single character pretty much, because there are so many ways I could improve upon it. But also man, if it broke me to draw these characters in the first place, redrawing them is gonna be a pain in the ass. But maybe when chapter 5 inevitably comes out, hopefully, I can redraw all the characters, because I've already tried to redraw some of the characters already. Yeah, this whole thing was really fun. I have the whole time lapse here. I've been uploading the shorts daily. and I hope you guys enjoy those. It seems like you guys are, and yeah, I think, look, I would redraw a lot of characters. I think a lot of the characters I wouldn't redraw are probably from chapters 2, 3, and 4. I don't know, what okay, I'd say the characters I'm most proud of are like, I really like both Noelle designs. I like Berdly's Dark World design. Queen, I would actually absolutely not change in the slightest. She's one of the characters that I would just not change at all. Same with Gerson, honestly. I probably wouldn't change Gerson at all. Tenna's perfect. Roaring Knight. By the way, if you didn't have there in the background, so yeah, absolutely perfect. Love that one. What are characters I'm proud of? I love the rocker designs for Kris and Ralsei. I didn't. There were some that I didn't do a time lapse for because I just simply forgot to record. / my laptop was breaking every time I do this. But I love their rocker designs. I'll show them here. All of them, I guess. The problem with Susie is that she kind of just looks almost the exact same compared to her regular outfit, but still looks amazing. But Kris and Ralsei especially fucking love their designs. I would absolutely draw more if I wasn't busy doing all the shit that I do. But yeah, I mean that's mostly it. Most of the people in chapter, like especially chapter 1 characters, I would absolutely redraw. Like the one I hate the most is Jevil's design. I do not like my Jevil design. I would absolutely redraw him. I don't know what the I was thinking with like the cape and like the pose he's in, and like the eyes. I drew the eyes wrong while I was too to like change them, but like yeah, I would absolutely change Jevil's design. King's just awkward, and Sean, I mean, I can't really do much for Sean. I think I would probably not change him too much, but yeah, that's most of my thoughts on time lapse, I guess. The backgrounds, actually no, I have to talk about the backgrounds. Now the first chapters 1 and 2 backgrounds I found online. I put the credited the artists in the videos, but I think I probably could just credit them here as well. But like, as in, I kind of forgot their names, but I love their art. Sorry, but I do love your art. Chapters 3 and 4 though, couldn't find a suitable background for. There was kind of one for chapter 4, but I mean, it didn't really work with the composition, so I just decided to draw them on my own. Now chapter 3's background is just Tenna's stage, and I really like that one. The bigger problem was that I had to change the whole composition because, oh no, I'm breaking the immersion. But for a lot of the characters, I didn't draw their feet because I drew them off screen. Which I'm like, okay, it's fine. But then when I got to chapter 3, I had to push everyone up because it's either they are off stage, which is really awkward composition to have, or I had to put them on stage and draw their feet. So that was not fun to do. Good thing I hit it with the crowd, because the crowd is covering the bottom part of everyone, which meant that I got to cover up most of the characters' feet. I did have to redraw some of them. For the new characters that I drew, I definitely drew feet for them just so I could be extra sure. But yeah, that was not fun. And now all my future thumbnails will probably have characters with their feet, because I don't want to be in another situation where it's like, yeah, it looks awkward that they don't have feet. That was not fun. Chapter 4 though is, first of all, easily my favorite thumbnail, and secondly had probably the best background. But I just need to rant about chapter 4's background, because my god, is it beautiful. Probably one of my best things I've ever drawn in my life. Background is beautiful. The background is so beautiful. I got to use all the colors from chapter 4, and I love the whole theming of chapter 4. It's one of my favorite Dark Worlds next to like Cyberworld. Okay, I was literally just about to mention chapter 3, but then that means 3 out of 4 chapters, but whatever. I love the look of chapter 4's Dark World. It looks beautiful, and getting to emulate that was amazing. The whole background was beautiful. I did take that from just chapter 4 in itself, and blur it. Yeah, but one of the prophecies is made by me. I think this I'll point to it. And then adding all the characters, because this is the one that truly had the most amount of characters to put in, because like chapter 4 was pretty sparse, because a lot of the characters, like hell, I even included Noelle and Berdly, but they do not appear in chapter 3. It's pretty sparse, which I did like, to be fair, because it made a better composition, and I think it made everything just shine better, made it more like less crowded. But like chapter 4, I was able to just it does have the most amount of characters, and I think it looks amazing. And then making it so I can dim all the characters and then putting lighting on them was, oh my god, the lighting in itself was definitely some of the best lighting I've done for anything in my life, because I did definitely emulate chapter 4's sort of parts where like it's either in silhouette or like looking at a prophecy of sorts and all that, but my god, did I love it. It's beautiful, and chapter 4's thumbnail is easily my favorite, and it just stands out so well. So yeah, I guess those are my thoughts on the thumbnails, and I don't think I really have much else to say. I guess I will preface this: the intros, the little AMV little things at the beginning, and the intros and outros are all edited by me, I guess, because Ben has never done PNG work, so I thought I'd just do it, and also I guess consistency. Like I will say I have a lot of PNGs that I swap to every second, basically, so that would have been really difficult to edit. And then the MV sort of things, I've never done that in my life, but yeah, it looks really, it does look really good. And I just want to make it more, honestly. if you guys do want to see me make more of those, I can absolutely. They just take a lot of time, because each one of them probably took about a few hours at least. So they all took me a few hours for like maybe not even a minute for most of them. So yeah, I don't have much else to say. I hope you did enjoy this series, because I love doing it and I want to do more. It has oddly given me confidence to become a better voice actor in a way, which is being a creative person was not really one of my things that I actively strive for, but now I kind of do now, especially with I don't know, but like I definitely do want to do more of this, and I hope you enjoy this series, by the way. I really would love all the support as much as possible, honestly, because I have gotten a decent amount support for this, and it was really fun to do, and I just want to do more of it. I guess just thank all my friends for being able to do this with me as well, who are also just as hyperfixated and neurodivergent enough to do this stupid thing to it was just really fun, and I would absolutely love to do more of this, even though this has probably taken like 10 years off my life at least. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll probably do more of these when we do, like, you know, the Untitled Yellow one, and probably Undertale, and, you know, whatever other games and fan games that, you know, you guys want to see and what we want to do. And I hope you guys just simply enjoy this. Yeah, I'll probably do more of these, but just a small, small for me, because not that much editing, but, you know, just a small thing that I'd like to do. And also, I guess, show you the time lapse, because you know, seeing it in short form content is not really that great, I guess. But hope you enjoy this video. I probably said that like 5 times now, and I'll see you guys later in the next VA, or hopefully my next short or long form video. So yeah, there's not really anything else to say. I'll just let the time lapse play out itself, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.